Neal, given that you lost a man early in the second half, how important was it to hang on to that point on the road this afternoon?
Of course, absolutely it was. We'd limited them to very little. In the first half, they had one shot on goal. I thought we were the better team in the first half. We had our chances, but obviously the sending off kills us, because everything we said at half time goes out the window. We felt we could go and win the game in the second half. We really did. That goes out the window. It's hard to press them then. You have to find your thing. But even then, we've limited them to very, very little. And you can't chase the game with 10 men, because you'll be, if you go 2-1 down, you have to chase it. So we had to make sure we played for them moments, a long throw, a corner, where we could nick the game. And for the boys to play Friday in the heat and again today, and the second half with 10 men and keep going the way they did was really outstanding, really.
Were you getting updates from what was going on at Yeovil and at Macclesfield as well during that second half to know whether or not you had to go for it, whether or not you had to stick and twist?
Well, I asked the question with probably 15 to go. I just said, what's the scores? And they said that I think at that point they were both drawing. I just felt the only way we could get another body forward was to go to a back four. And I felt if we went to a back four, they would have found the gaps. The reason they couldn't open us up or get slid in, it was because we held that five across the back there really, really well. But that obviously made it hard to get up into support of the attack. I thought if we was going to win it, it might have been a long throw or something like that. I think personally it's a great point, and it was a massive point for us, but only if we can go and seal the deal on Saturday with 3.
How much pressure does it put on Saturday?
Well, listen, we're every game's pressure now. We're down to the wire now. You haven't got the safety net of 5-6 games to go, and points are still there on the board. We've now got 6 points to play for. So Saturday's massive, because if we lose ground on Saturday, then we're done for. If we can win, we take it down to the last game of the season. And I do keep coming back to it. I know it's not been ideal, but I said, we were 9 points adrift on February the 1st, and if you'd have offered us then to be able to try and take it to the wire, we'd have taken it. And now we're 2 points adrift, and we'll keep fighting.
Can we talk about the red card? What did you make of it, and how's Ben Barkley getting on in there?
It's a red card. As soon as it happened, it was a red card. It's reckless, and when we need everyone to do their jobs for the team, he's let the boys down today, and he knows it. But he's a young lad, and we just have to get on with it now and look at what options we've got going forward to the next games.
You are a bit strapped for defenders at the back. It's a good job you had Notts County's own equivalent of Bigfoot, I guess, in Elliot Ward on the bench to bring back into the fold.
Yeah, Sam Stubbs today, he was in bits and he's fought to get out on that pitch. So, they're all trying to get on the pitch, or certainly this group are. They're trying to get out on that pitch. And as I say, we came for the win. We thought second half we would go and win the game. I thought first half we looked like the team most likely to win the game. We're disappointed with the goal we conceded, but in the end we have to take it as a good point considering what's happened.
Has there been a change in Elliot Ward's circumstances? Because the last thing we kind of heard, understood or knew was that he wasn't available to be picked by you.
Yeah, he wasn't available he had one more game that he could be included in without triggering stuff for next year. So that will be for me and Wardy to have a sit down and see whether he makes himself available for the last few games. I'm sure he will, but we'll wait and see now. We've lost Ben.
No Kane Hemmings this afternoon. Can we assume he's injured?
Yeah, I knew the physio told me that it's very unlikely he'd be able to play Friday and again today. So, Mac had done brilliant getting out there and running around again today, but Kane's knee swells up after games and it's swollen up. So, the aim is now to get Kane back into training Wednesday, Thursday, and hopefully available for selection against Grimsby.
Enzio was dropped to the bench this afternoon. What was the thinking there?
We wanted to play 2 forwards, and the intention was to play 2 forwards up front with 2 midfielders that run and joined in, and Jim and Rosie tried to do that, but obviously once we went down to 10 men it was very difficult, because if we'd have played 2 forwards we'd have probably got 2v1'd all over the pitch and ended up with somebody spare in our box.
In the grand scheme of things in your managerial career, how big are the last 2 games of the season, Grimsby and Swindon?
Massive. It's all on them, isn't it? If we don't get the result we want on Saturday, that could be it. So there's huge pressure, we know that, but we've been under pressure for the last God knows how long. So we're trying to front it up, we're trying to be brave and stick our shoulders back and give it everything. And I thought they have done the last 2 games without getting the rewards in the points.